do you ever catch yourself in a spiral of negative thinking? Do you ever catch yourself talking to yourself in negative ways that you would never talk to your best friend or let alone a stranger? Hi, I'm Debra Kasowski, 3-time best-selling author, speaker, executive coach, and the host of the Millionaire Woman Show. Thank you for joining me. Today I want to talk to you about positive thinking and self-talk. We think over 50 to 70,000 thoughts in a day. Many of the thoughts you thought today are thoughts you thought yesterday. So when it comes to thinking, we got to pay attention to the thoughts that we're having, because majority of the thoughts we think, believe it or not, are negative. So we want to be able to filter through those thoughts so that we can live in more positive environment, positive thinking, because what happens when you think positive thoughts, you feel awesome, and then you're more likely to take actions that are going to support your goals and dreams. Because when you're not feeling great, you're hesitant, you get caught up in self-doubt, and then you kind of shy away from taking action, or you think, why bother? So you don't take the actions necessary to get those results that you want, and then you end up beating yourself up. So today I want to help you really think about the words you use and the power of positive thinking, and how self-talk is so important of how you speak to yourself. We must be impeccable with our words to ourselves and not only to others. So I'm going to start off by talking about what is self-talk. So self-talk is that internal dialogue, and what it really shows us is, what are the beliefs you hang on to? What are the questions you ask yourself? How are you speaking to yourself? And what does that self-talk do? It helps us understand the perspective that you're taking. It is feedback and information about what you believe, about how capable you are, how competent you are to carry through on whatever action it is that you need to take. And there's also the negative self-talk. And if it comes from a place of feeling pressure, feeling confinement, feeling criticism, when you're speaking to yourself, you're not going to feel great, you're not going to take positive actions, and you're not going to get the results that you want. So you really want to pay attention to the language and how you're supporting yourself, because positive self-talk, what it does is it's motivating, it's encouraging, you feel more confident, and it also increases your productivity because you're more likely to jump into action and take control of the reins and do things. Now, there's 2 types of self-talk. So we have the motivational self-talk, which many of you know. Often some people will refer to it as the rah-rah, and it lasts for 3 days after a seminar. You get really excited and it feels like you took a cold shower and you've lost that energetic feel. So I want to share some tips and strategies with you so that you can keep that energy high and really seize the day and take those actions toward your dreams and goals. So that motivational self-talk is great. You can pump yourself up, listen to the tunes, really get your mindset in the right place. The other type of self-talk is instructional. So it's kind of like a checklist of things that you do. When you're a person who visualizes, this is the kind of the checklist of what's next. So if you're a golfer, for example, you might say, eyes on the ball, remember to follow through, head down. All of these are little instructional cues. Or with podcasting, make sure you hit record, eyes to the camera. These little cues of self-talk that you can say to yourself as you're going through the motions and getting really intentional about delivering value in every episode. The other thing that when you're thinking about these cues, what they're doing is helping you set yourself up for success. And it's very powerful when you can use it and realize you can do all of this with great intention. Now, I need to talk to you about the other side of the coin, that negative thinking, that negative self-talk, because it can derail you, and we need to get you to be able to banish that inner critic, that little voice that wants to tell you you're not doing a great job. Or you might have that little voice actually speak outside yourself and to that inside voice and say, you know what, that was so stupid. I can't believe you did that. And instead of speaking to yourself like that, Brene Brown will call this a gremlin, or and I've heard of it, taming the gremlin or your monster, to externalize that thought. Instead of saying that I am so stupid, or Deb, how can you do that? You would say, she was crazy. I can't believe she did that. She did that. That was stupid. So you've externalized it away from yourself, not making it your truth. And it is just that kind of quality that doesn't need to be there. The other thing I want to talk to you about is thought stopping. Like, stop it. So when you say something like that, you can either externalize it, or the other thing that you can be doing is stop or cancel that. That way you're not letting that thought absorb into your consciousness. You're like, no, I don't believe that. That's not true. I can't believe I said that. Cancel it. Stop that. And then you can reframe with a positive statement. When you do that, you can keep yourself in a positive state longer. Because what happens is when people get into a negative state, what they're doing is they get into this belief that whatever circumstance is going on right now, they stay in this state of permanence. There's no getting out of this. This is going to last forever. Where someone who is in positive mindset, positive thinking, they know that when something negative happens, it's only temporary. We can pull ourselves out of it. We can change the course. So when you come from a place of knowing that whether it be positive or negative, that it's temporary and we want to extend the positive as much as we can, then you can stay in the right mindset, keeping this 6 inches in check. The other thing I want to remind you is, you have to remember, you do not need to believe everything you think, right? I have those 50 to 70 thoughts, 1,000 thoughts. I want you to hang on to the ones that are most empowering, the ones that build you up, the ones that you feel compelled to take the actions necessary, that make you feel good. You need to put yourself in feeling good first before you're going to start seeing the results that you want. Because when you feel great, you will be unstoppable. You'll take those actions. There won't be room for self-doubt because it's crowded out. And you will take those actions because you know how to talk to yourself to say, hey, I got this. I can do this step by step. You will get it. Thank you for joining me with this video. I would love for you to check out more of the videos on this channel. Subscribe. Also go over to my website. Get your free download right now. It's a 3-part video course called Making Habits Stick, where you can put your goals and dreams into action by creating focus and consistency so you can knock those goals out of the park and make them your reality. I'd also love for you to go over and check out the Millionaire Woman Show, where we interview guests from around the globe on a weekly basis, and some solo episodes from myself as well. Thank you for joining me, and have a great day.